Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, SD Province Blue Team, born as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control alongside Burning and a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins with a twin link shooter, looks like he took a while to get going but he's going, and rounding off the team, DarkAngel's Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat with some powerful disruption and support. On the red team, Milton is a Force Commander, a versatile frontline hero bringing offense, disruption and support for the Emperor. And we got the DarkAngel's DLC here. Alongside is Likebeat and a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue, can add to this retinue throughout the game. Has some strong defense and support, gonna get stunned. And rounding off the teams, Brother Captain Palaz as a Brother Captain. A durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting in melee on the east side against the, well, absent Warlock. DarkAngel has rotated all the way over to the west side, basically. Warlock now harassing some guardsmen. Howling Banshees on the prowl. Sluggers are here. Bad spot to be in for the Lord General. He's going to need to run, I think. Yep. Off he goes. Can Derek and Nigel survive? I think not. I think that's Derek who's fallen there. But he'll be back. Can they get on this node maybe? There's the ground pound in for the Sentinel. Double shooter boys for Burning. Warlock now hanging back a bit. Going to take that contested power node, I think. What's going on through the mid then? Go for this VP maybe? Nope. Looks like he wants to try and flank some stuff. Commando's being all sneaky like. And the Eldar all the way over on the west side, pushing through. Putting pressure on this power. Chaos Space Marines coming in with the Chaos Sorcerer. These heretics are busy worshipping. They're not capping the VP there. Doom bolts. Some decent hits. Bolt pistol Force Commander after those CSM now. The Howling Banshees retreat, and that's a long retreat. So does the Warlock. Meanwhile, we are the hammer popped by the Brother Captain. That's his starting ability. This blue aura here giving defense and speed bonuses. Also gives him a splash damage on his melee attack, which is useful. Can they get the Sentinel down? They can. Kommando was there to help out at the end. May not have been needed, but he does some good damage with that twin link shooter in amongst these guards when tying them up in melee. Some orc headbutts and just smashes them with his gun sometimes. Getting some kills, look at that. Those guys flee. Is this Sentinel going to be replaced? Got triple guardsmen up now, as Likebeat. Devastators on the way for Milton. Purgation squad on the field for the Brother Captain. Going straight for the power point, I think. 2 gens on it. They're going to be rushed by the Howling Banshees. The incinerator they carry does suppress infantry, but the Warlock's just going to jump on them. There it is. Looks like a shuriken on the field for DarkAngel. Impact grenade in for the Stormtroopers. Can they time a good one here on the Banshees? The Strat squad doing some really good damage. They get knocked around though. A little bit of suppression on the Warlock there. They could maybe use the Purge Soul on him too to do percentage-based damage and slow him down. But it seems like he's a bit close for that at the moment. Sluggers coming in to help out though. The Strat squad I think are going to be okay and not drop a model here. Didn't drop a model. Stormtroopers okay. Nothing lost on the Purgation either. Not sure where the Brother Captain's at. He was healing up, I guess. Sluggers drop a model and they run. Shuriken's pushed up a bit. Can maybe push up further. Help harass this power point. Warlock backs away. No war gear yet. What do we got going on the west side? Heavy bolter devastators. Keeping things at bay. Could see some grenade launchers. Could see vestments of the warp. Or Sigil of the Rift. There it is. That can be used to displace these devastators when they're set up and get them in trouble. Oh, hey, Brother Captain. You okay there, bud? Tried to use Destructor to finish him off. There we see the Purge Soul on the Warlock. Brother Captain somehow survived. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe he tried to face tank this Shuriken. Can they get the Lord General down? They can. Which means, of course, Derek and Nigel have fallen. Howling Banshees looking for a fight aspect of fleetness. Well-timed impact grenade there. They got their war shout off though, which shut down the ranged DPS of the Purgation. They couldn't really threaten the Banshees anymore. So they flee. Purgation are here. And we've seen them do pretty well in fights with Howling Banshees early on. Much better, of course, with support. And you rarely see 1v1 melee unit versus melee unit fights in this game. There's always something else going on. But they can hold their own early. Commando Nob gets through for a decap on the natural VP, 491 to 477. Tier 2's coming in for Likebeat and for Palaz. Rangers on the way now for DarkAngel. Brother Captain tries to revive, gets a lots of Daka in his face, doesn't like it. Commando backs away, does not sneak away though, interestingly. Preserving his energy and taking some health damage instead to sneak another day, I suppose. The Guardsmen have taken back the VP, but now Orks are pushing against the Guardsmen. Purgation take down the Commando Nob with the help of a bunch of lasguns, I guess. Leveling up our Distract Squad. There's the Banishment. Slugger's getting a bit too deep, and they have to run. Shuriken's here, though. Shooter boys can stay and play. The Shuriken gonna fire. There we go. Grenade, maybe? There it is. Impact grenade knocks back the platform. Still in play, though, and the Warlock has shown up. No war gear and no levels yet. Tier 2 for burning. Might be able to get the Commando there. Destructor flies in on the Guardsman, and the Shuriken does its thing. Here's the Force Commander to try and revive the Lord General. Looks like he's going to get it. Brother Captain's back on the field. Almost leveled up. Oh, Purgation in trouble. Taking lots of Eldar pew-pew there. Rangers with their long rifles doing some work. Fire so much faster these days, don't they? Can still disrupt with that kinetic pulse, but they can't disrupt the Brother Captain. He's not impressed by their long rifles. Strike Squad. Could just run these guys down in melee, maybe. Meanwhile, on the west side, double Heretics with Aspiring Champion on one. Trying to bash some power. Looks like they didn't get any bashing done, though. Chaos Space Marines without Eternal War here. Usually you'll see the Eternal War upgrade in Tier 1. Sorcerer level 2's got some Havocs. Oh, the Devastators have been killed. Most likely because of the Sigil of the Rift. Yeah, we can see them back here, look. I think those are the remains there, the end of them. Sorcerer's down. Ogrin's on the field pretty quickly for Likebeat. And a Vindicare Assassin for Palaz. 491 to 379 on the VPs. Big old retreat. What was that? Oh, that was the warp to make sure those Havocs got away. I think they would have been alright. But it had a bit of a weird retreat looking there. 2-1 for the blue team's going to be a 2-1 for the red team. Got a power sword in for the Force Commander. And these days, he gets a bolt pistol. He used to get a plasma pistol. But the plasma pistol's bad. And instead of making it not bad, they just gave him a bolt pistol. I don't understand what's going on with that. Just make the plasma pistols good. Vindicare Assassin's got the Chameleon stealth suit, so when you go into cover, he gets infiltrated, which is handy. Dreadnought on the way for Milton. Shuriken's in the garrison, eh? Could be risky with an incinerator around. Warlock's fallen over. There's a kinetic pulse. Looks like a big retreat, though. Vindicare can also take good shots at units in garrison. Snap units will also always hit their target, despite any cover going on. Howling Banshees. I thought they were going to stay on the Brother Captain there, but they spotted the Purgation Squad. Couldn't quite get a model off them. And that's some good special attack action from the Brother Captain. Crunching them quite nicely, actually. And now he's got a hammer. Was using the splash damage from We Are the Hammer to do some good work there. Now has a Nemesis Demon Hammer. Just saw Demolishing Strike there. Meanwhile, west side, big push through from the Orks. Dreadnought says hello, though. Double Sluggers there for burning. Dreadnought starts to crunch them. Doom Bolts coming in left side of your screen. Nice grenade, though, from those scouts, eh? Wiped out the Heretics, I think. Shotguns, I believe, finished them off. Ogrins alongside the Dreadnought. That's a nice little combo. Ogrins have good disruption, heavy melee damage. And so does a Dreadnought, I guess. Chaos Dreadnought up here for Born, maybe with Mark of Zinch. But he might go Mark of Khorne to just fight it in melee and then teleport it out when he gets in trouble. Doom Bolts. Try to hit the Dreadnought with the Doom Bolts, which is interesting. Las Cannon's getting shots. Dreadnought's now out of range and he can't really hit infantry. Force Commander's going to go down if he's not careful. Does indeed go down. Dark Flames up. Global ability of the Chaos Sorcerer just drops a bunch of fire, basically. Just saw the heal going off on those guardsmen. That's from the medic in the Lord General's retinue. He's also got his Vox operator in there to call in reinforcements, which is handy. Stone Guard veterans drop into the field for Milton. First Company Marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets. On the east side, though, what's going on? Orks fighting through with Howling Banshees in support. Looks like distortion fields on them. They should go all the way through to Power Bash here, I think. But they don't. The sluggers turn around. I think they want to go west side and support. But I think they should go through, get some power bashing done with those burners, maybe. Get some shooter boys on the VP. Make the red team react. Looks like Likebeat is reacting now. But a bunch of plasma guardsmen. All three of them? Yes, all three of them. And the sniper rifle for fire on my target. Flak jackets in there for incoming also. These guys have their boned leader, of course. So use your red. Okay, they did go through. Try and power bash. Couldn't quite get it done. This power gen's got 2 hit points on it. There we go. Couldn't quite finish off that second one, though. And here comes Likebeat looking for a big old flank, I think. Howling Banshees. Are they going to engage the Ogrins? There's a Falcon, too. The Ogrins go straight for it. Just cracking it with their Ripper guns. And they healed themselves with a Medical Sergeant med pack at the top of your screen. They're still chasing the Falcon. The Sluggers all run. They did not get that second power gen down. These guys might just finish off this Falcon here, I think. Down it goes. Didn't last long. It's a really good vehicle as well. Ogrin's doing some good work. Now, these guys can't even grenade them. Look, they don't have any grenades. Meanwhile, Howling Banshees with their Exarch, those fancy mirrored power swords, jumping over stuff. Blue team are taking the Western VP. The Sorcerer himself, in fact. The Dreadnought is here with no mark, actually. That's a nasty grenade, though. Kills 2 models of the Havocs. And they have to flee. Done some good work with his grenade, these scouts and their grenades, as Milton. The Dreadnought of Milton is still going. Seems confused. Okay, he's alright. Just broke through a wall. Gonna take some range damage from the Dreadnought, but can tie it up in melee. The Tax have a plasma gun level 3. Bad news for the CSM, but the CSM have Mark of Zinch, which is bad news for the Tax. There's a Warp Fire from the Rod of Warp Fire. Here comes the Dreadnought, though. And without the Las Cannon, doesn't really have a great answer to it. Again, the Chaos Dreadnought can pressure it a bit with the auto cannon. He's going after the Tax, though. Didn't get a kill with that melee attack, eh? Okay, Las Cannon's back. The Chaos Space Marine Las Cannon does not have a wind-up time. Just instantly fires, but then, of course, it does have a longer cooldown time than the Space Marine Las Cannon, which does have a wind-up time. Dreadnought dealt with. Pretty efficiently, actually. Anything else for this guy? Level 3, still has the hammer. Got a bunch of tier 3s, and in fact, Born, spending a bunch of power on the Dreadnought, is the last play in tier 2. Milton was able to go in good time despite getting his own Dreadnought. Grenade on that guy, and he didn't die. More power bashing from the double sluggers. Can they get all the gens here? Maybe. Dreadnought's here in support. Milton needs to respond to it. Could get these guys a missile launcher. It's got the Stern Guard with vengeance rounds, maybe. Looks like they are going to get all the gens. Flank coming in, though, for Likebeat. From Likebeat, I should say. The Dreadnought responding quickly to the threat of the Ogrins. And there's the Ogrins hiding in on the sluggers. Use a red to disrupt. Wipes one of them. Bunch of plasma guns. Wipes both of them. And the Sorcerer's down too. That was a bit of a rough fight for the blue team, eh? Especially Burning. Burning is in tier 3 though. Didn't respond quickly enough to that flank from Likebeat. And I think he tried to fight it. Shuriken taken down. Paladins in for the Brother Captain. Then these guys are unique to the Brother Captain. Heavy melee hammers. Huge amount of hit points. And they took down the Warlock as well. 462 to 204. Going on over it. Looks like those Stern Guard are using their Kraken bolts, which are very good against the Chaos Space Marines here. Seems to be what they're trying to target. Force Commanders on them also, level 4. Goes down. Stern Guard now switch to Vengeance rounds to threaten the Dreadnought. Are they going to turn and shoot though? Looks like some Terminators coming in for Milton. It's regular Terminators with Power Fists and Storm Bolters. Marco Zinc CSM getting rid of the attacks. But they'll be okay, so will the Marco Zinc CSM. Dreadnought here needs repairs. Does have Heretics who can repair. Warlock still down in the mid. What is this? This is Rangers harassing the Brother Captain. Doesn't seem too impressed. He's level 4. That's good tricky revive here on the Force Commander, isn't it? Not sure if they can pull that off. Flash Kits on the way for Burning, needing to rebuild a bit after losing those sluggers. Should get a Weird Boy up, because he's facing Paladins here and Terminators and Ogryns. Weird Boy can help shut those guys down. Kommando gets the revive. He's got a fancy Orc shotgun as well, this special shooter. Paladin's getting a bit of a stun, but they're okay. The Vindicator level? Oh, it's a new Vindicator Assassin, okay. Ogryns looking for a fight. Eat a shotgun blast. They did quite a lot of damage actually. Bunch of fire on my target buffs. 431 to 196. It's quite a big VP lead for the blue team, but they are recovering after some losses. Can red team get a triple here actually? Just power through the mid. Flash Kits doing their thing with blasters. Very good against heavy and super heavy infantry. Just impossible to dodge as well. Just boom, boom, boom. No wind up. Just turn and get that shot off. West side, Terminators have pushed up a bit. Chains of Torment. And Tome of Subjugation is in. Maybe that's why they were pushed up so far. They got subjugated. Sorcerer is very good at dealing with Terminator variants. Manipulates their position a bunch and then they can't retreat out of it. But those guys survive. Got some backup. Stormblade on the way for Likebeat. And they just run all the way back to base, I guess, to reinforce. There's no Land Raider or anything. 392 to 196. Flash Kits have taken a bunch of damage. Still have all their models though, and they can do some big booms alongside big shotgun blasts. Box operator calls in a temporary teleporter relay beacon to get some reinforcements. Very, very handy. Stern Guard with Kraken bolts loaded in. The Dreadnought's still going, level 2, taking some missile launcher shots now. These guys switching the plasma gun for a missile launcher. They are tied to this Dreadnought, I guess, but it means they can't trade with the Chaos Space Marines nearly as well. Taking huge amounts of damage there. The Sorcerer is going to be important. Messing with the Terminators and the Paladins. And the Ogryns, I guess. More Flash Kits for Burning. He, of course, has that stun bomb on the Kommando, which can help a lot. There's an avatar, though, for DarkAngel. Supporting all these Eldar fellas. Can also support the Orks if they're nearby, if you get some Nob squads going, maybe. Stormtroopers be capping. West side is red. 349 to 196. They're catching up. Chaos Predator on the way for Born. It's decent on this side. You got a nice amount of open area, I think. Open terrain. Shotgun scouts being annoying for these Havoc fellas. And then they get subjugated, apparently. Used it on the scouts. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. Usually you'd see it saved for something like Terminators. The scouts are fine with it. They just infiltrated again. Meanwhile, big old fight brewing on the red team's natural VP. That shot missed from the Stormblade. Warlock's gone mental with Providence. Witchblade of Kernus. The Avatar does a big old Wailing Doom. But the Captain does not get away. Where are the Paladins? I don't see them. Are they dead? Oh, they're right here. On the left side of your screen. 2 of them are still alive. Avatar did take a fair amount of damage. Double flash kits now. That's a huge amount of burst damage. They can't really threaten the tank though. And there's a Land Raider Crusader now coming in. Which these days has a Psy Cannon on it. Which makes a big difference because that can damage all targets. It's a big buff for that thing. That twin-link Psy Cannon on the front there. So the VP was decapped. But I don't think the red team lost anything in that big push. More flash kits on the way for burning. A grenade chucked on the Land Raider. Wailing Doom. Good hit. That was an overcharged plasma shot there from the tank. Which disables the big gun for a bit. But then he gets another shot. A regular shot. And that's the main benefit of using the overcharged plasma. If you time it right, you can get 2 shots in a row. Oh, look at this. Terminator's wiped. The Sorcerer here. They must have subjugated him and messed them up. 295 to 196 on the VPs. Did not get the Librarian up. Librarian should always be up if you've got Terminators, especially if you're facing the Sorcerer that does that kind of thing. Terminator can get, the Librarian can get them out of trouble. With Gate of Infinity. 284 to 196, 1 to 1. Red team are going to take the west side. We do have the Sacred Standard in, level 5 Force Commander. And now the red team have these big vehicles and Paladins, Kassakin, level 4 Ogryns. I wonder if he'll upgrade them to Bullgryns or just keep them since they're level 4 like this. Could get Bullgryns as well, I suppose, if he frees up some population anyway. Rocks is dropped, but I don't think it's going to do too much. Those flash kits can't really threaten the vehicles either. But the Kommando can. He's got a rocket launcher in. As soon as he fires, of course, he gets revealed. The Land Raider does provide health and energy regen. And he can reinforce off it. A bunch of guardsmen helping to repair it there. He needs to try and drag these Paladins away from the Land Raider if he can. Keep turning and getting those shots. But look at those Stormbolters on the Paladins doing some good work. Actually killed a couple of flash kits, I think. 262 to 196. And Paladins can get... Is it a wrist-mounted flamer, I think? Incinerator. Is that Banshees yelling? Oh yeah, they found some isolated strike squad. Level 4. Can they grab this? They decapped it. Now all the guardsmen and Kassakin turn to try and get that VP back. Which means they can't repair stuff. Stormblade's taking a las cannon shot. Doesn't look like it's going to move up though. We do have a Chaos Pred. It's gone from Mark of Nurgle. Makes it a very tough tank. More anti-infantry focus though in terms of its weapons. Doom bolts. Got some shots, I think. Can he take the Western VP though? Sorcerer's going to try. He's almost level 6. Stormblade trying to stop him. Here comes the Land Raider Phobos. Almost wiped the Stone Guard there. Banshee's yelling again. Well played, DarkAngel, to distract the red team so much here. Avatar's pushed up. Can the Banshees escape now though? I think... Oh, they've gone down. I think they had Enhance. Yeah. Falchu's wing was in there. Kept them in the fight too long though. Does have a Seer Council. Keeping their power melee Witchblades for now. Down goes the Warlock. So it was a good push, but just stayed in there too long. Here's that relay beacon again. Flash Kit's getting some good volleys. But they are, yeah, they're getting messed up quite a lot by all those plasma guns because flash kits are heavy infantry. And Likebeat has 4 squads with plasma guns, including the Kashyyykin, which have pretty awesome plasma guns, almost 20 DPS just on the plasmas. And they get 2 of them, don't they? Yeah, that's huge. Then you've got all the hell guns as well. The Land Raider Phobos is up. Very much an anti-vehicle Land Raider, and it's a demon. It's like possessed, so you can worship this guy. He still has heretics. With an aspiring champion. Nob squad on the way for burning. I think he needs that, because he needs something to draw fire away from the flash kits. One of which was wiped, by the way. He's got the Seer Council as well. And they are an amazing ally for the Nob squad. They project this 15% damage resistance aura to ranged fire. So that damage resistance will go on the Nob squad if they're close. Meanwhile, west side, are you guys level 4 yet? Yeah, you are. A regular Predator tank with some extra armor. They seen the Land Raider yet? Did they just see it? Maybe they did. What's the plan then, blue team? Try to contest the west side. Try to push through the mid. Looks like the Orks are going through the mid. With some Eldar backup, D-cannon in play. There's that Seer Council. Rangers really far up. Can they get a decap again? Maybe. Rangers aren't a fast capping unit though. And they take huge amounts of damage trying to get a decap. And have to run. The Seer Council still in their power melee mode. Maybe when they want to hunt down the paladins. They can get heavy melee witchblades. Avatar's back. Here comes a Nob squad. Shut down by demolishing strike though. Now the Seer Council come in. Can the Nob squad even make it out? Huge amounts of damage. Vortimer Razorbacks in there too. Seer Council going after the Vindicator Assassin. Huge disruption as they leap on him. And I think they're going to take him out, are they? Nope, gets inside the Land Raider, I think. And the Seer Council having to flee. 193 to 196. Ogrins are still on the field. They took a bunch of damage from something. West side, though. West side is turning blue, is it? Maybe not. Can the Sorcerer get to the VP? Gonna try. 2 D-cannons for DarkAngel. But they're staying mid for now. Really powerful artillery. They're shooting the barrels over there. Gonna repair bunker up. Paladins can maybe threaten the Phobos in melee. Milton's got some plasma cannon action on the way. Burning. I'm not sure. Would you get another Nob squad here? Just hope they can't deal with 2 of them. Weird Boy, I think, is still really good. Oh, hey, tank went down. Subjugated the Stern God, I think, and took it out. Trixie Chaos Sorcerer, level 8. Vindicator has to flee. Here comes an orbital. None of them are going to explode on those vehicles, but it did push them back a bit. Overcharged plasma shot on the flash kits. They did not like that. And there's a Singularity. Pulls in some allied Nobs, but they survived. They had to run afterwards, though. Have the Seer Council... That's another Singularity, by the way. Have they got their heavy melee? No. They've still got their power melee witchblades. Something's decapping. It's the Kommando, level 6 with a rocket launcher. The Zinch Shrine. D-cannon sets up on the west side now, does it? I think both of them are gonna... Looks like they want to contest over here. Warlock is still down. Oh, just got repurchased. What level is he? Level 3. Falchu's Wing is an awesome buff to throw on your Seer Council. Can you throw it on allies? Just as of a squad, so maybe you can throw it on a Nob squad. Because that would be insane for those guys. Kommando got the decap. Couldn't get the cap. 183, 196. Very close on the VPs now. Plasma cannon. Is it just ground targeting the VP, I think. The Phobos needs repairs. I was going to get some worship instead. Which won't heal it up as fast as repairing it would. But it gives infiltration buffs to all this stuff. Sigil of the Rift. Messing with the Devastators there. Seer Council getting in there, and now they have the empowered Singing Spears. Where's the Warlock? Is he here? Nope. He should be decapping that. But he's busy looking elsewhere. There's the Imperial Abyss of Brawn. Made a bunch of stuff retreat. Seer Council have to retreat as well, but they are going to get the VP, I think. Can the Lascannon get a shot on something? Nope, it's going to back off. And creeping barrage from the Lord General stops the cap. Here comes an Eldritch. Avatar's there. Gets a Wailing Doom. But I'm not sure if they can finish off the Land Raider. Well, here comes an Op Squad, maybe. Looks like the Storm also hit the Vortimer. Vortimer goes down in a second. Paladins are in there. Paladins are getting messed up, having to teleport out. 183 to 179. Phobos backs off. Here comes a bunch of plasma to mess up the flash kits. And they need to run. Nob Squad needs to run. Rox is chucked in there to try and get the finish. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. The Land Raider survives. The Stormblade is now pushing up. The Phobos in trouble. 183 to 160. Did the Warlock get a decap on the natural? Oh, looks like he just had to repurchase, actually. I think maybe he died over here. Maybe. Singularity. Turning Guardsmen into Guardsman bits. Pretty damn effective, too. Here comes a Nob Squad again. Oh, it's the second one. Force Commander's in there with the Power Fist now. Level 7, doing some really good damage with that. Crunching on that Nob Squad. Ogrin's pushed up, and they are dealt with. What level are you now? Chaos Spread. Level 3. Almost 1,500 hit points on that tank. And it's got health regen. I wonder if the health regen gets better as it levels up. Fast capping tax on the VP. And they have it. Of course, one are now harassing these Chaos vehicles. Can he get the tank down? This guy will have melee resistance and everything. Down goes the Force Commander. Have some subjugated tactical marines here. They've got a missile launcher. Oh, they didn't shoot the Stormblade though. Well, maybe they did. 171 to 147. Eldar and the Orks mounting an assault on the mid. Warlock's off the field though. Kommando Nob is here, which means he can't use Enhance on any of these guys. Strat Squad are still trying to look after this VP. They're doing a good job so far. We do have some Bullgrins now for Likebeat. Start with 2,400 hit points, which is pretty close to the level 4 Ogrins. Seer Council will run interference while something caps. Looks like it's the flash kits capping. Rocket Run, a pretty bloody good one too. Very effective. Hit the Bullgrins quite a lot. They were using the use your shield thing. Seer Council didn't get hit though. They are being suppressed. What did they get suppressed by? Oh, they use your shield, I suppose. And the Seer Council really holding their own quite well. Wonder if they get their Justicar back. The Kommando Nob trying to decap. 133, 147. Gets the decap. Got it. There's that shockwave from the Paladins. Now they have their consecrated scrolls for the Holy Ground. 132, 147. Red team have the west side. Big old boom on these Havocs there. It's got tons of resources spawn. Might be worth just getting some more Havocs, actually. With an autocannon or maybe another Lascannon. Look at the Warlock. Using his Providence to get the cap. Does go down. But I think that was worth it. He's got some late Howling Banshees here. Now he's got a really scary melee little melee blob because of the Avatar buffs and the Seer Council buffs. And the Banshees in there too. West side. Big old shots from the Plasma Blast gun on that thing. Here comes some Orks. Aim at those tactical marines, maybe. Maybe. There we go. Killing a couple of models. But they got way, way close to do that. And they run. Some heretics coming out for Born. They can repair some stuff or worship or both. Avatar and Seer Council and the Howling Banshees pushing up. They never seem to have the Warlock with them, do they? What's this D-cannon doing? Looks confused. It's not setting up. That's for sure, at least not yet. Seer Council pushing in with Distortion Field on them. Buying time for a decap. Banshees are now trying to cap. Wrath of Cain. And there's Incinerate from the Grey Knight Terminators lifting up the Seer Council there. Do they escape now? I think they're okay. Howling Banshees fleeting away. There's a Singularity. Stops them chasing the Avatar, I guess. Does it pull any in? Yes, it does. Pulls in a bunch of stuff, but they survive it. What is this? Oh, Knob Squad. And Rocket Launcher Kommando. They take down the Land Raider Crusader. Well done, fellas. Wasn't even looking. Knob Squad do have their U-jammers. But I guess one of them was wiped. Didn't Burning have two? Yeah, I missed one of the Knob Squads being wiped. 102 to 140 on the VPs. Subjugated Devastators, but they only have... Oh, they do have Vengeance rounds. They can hit the Stormblade with that, but the Sorcerer had to run anyway. Havocs are wiped. Red team will retake the west side now. Still has tons of resources, Born. Could get some Plague Marines for a generally useful unit. Or some more Havocs or Blastmaster Noise Marines, maybe. Looks like he's got some Chaos Space Marines on the way. Most likely Mark of Tzeentch to threaten all this infantry here. What level is that Kommando? Level 7, doing huge damage with this rocket launcher, I think. Might be worth getting the grappling hook to get in a good position to use it. Stormblade still going, eh? There's also a Lehman Russ up with Vanquisher. Can help pressure the Phobos. And this thing. More Plasma Cannon time for Milton. And another Knob Squad for Burning. No Tank Busters, eh? No Weird Boy still either. And there's the Autarch completing the overlapping buffs and all this stuff. Warlock still down. And the D-cannons are where? There's one right here supporting this push. The other one is on the west side. Sorcerer getting a sneaky decap. You can decap points under infiltration, but as soon as you start capping them, you'll be revealed. Force Commander level 8 having a go. The decap stands. Knob Squad, oh, being all sneaky like with Hide the Boys. Onto the rear armor of the Stormblade, and so is this rocket launcher. Lots of shenanigans going on the natural VP, but we'll see if they can get this tank down. They can. What's going on here? Singularity, Wailing Dunes. But the captain's retaking the VP here. Looks like the Banshees didn't make it out. And we don't have Bullgrins anymore. There's Wrath of Cain. Seer Council getting in there. Level 3 Seer Council. Don't have the power melee, which is not... These heavy melee spears are not quite as good against those Grey Knight Terminators. How do you have 3 models, guys? That was a lucky escape there. Good little push, though, by DarkAngel. We got a decap. GG, says Milton. Fire Dragons on the way for DarkAngel now. They have the west side. Are the red team done for? Milton seems to think so. But he's not giving up. So worth getting. It might be worth getting a whirlwind here to disrupt these Orks, especially. Not sure what Likebeat is saying, but it's... Maybe he's not too happy about stuff, I don't know. Got some more Mark of Tzeentch fellas. 62 to 97. Do red team have another push in them? Paladins are going to get 2 Nob squads on them. And there's flash kits as well. We do not do friendly fire. Paladins having a bad time. Demolishing strike stunned the Nobs though. Plasma Cannon getting a decent shots. Indicator taking shots as well. The Plasma Guardsmen are leaving though. Oh, something got a cap here. I don't know what it was. But they're not giving up. Well, the Paladins dropped a model. 62 to 89. Doom bolts flying in. Almost wiped those Plasma Cannon fellas. Something finished them off. I think it was a Sorcerer with some hand warp lightning. Kommando Nob is now decapping the VP. Don't punch up on it though. You have your Demolishing Strike back. Yep, there it is. An AoE stun. Very useful in a big melee brawl, eh? Double cap now for the blue team. And the red team have conceded. What a game though, eh? Level 10 Chaos Sorcerer did so much work. Level 9 Kommando Nob did some good vehicle hunting. Level 4 Warlock is down. Wanted to see him throw in Enhance on stuff a bit more, but maybe I just missed it a bunch. Level 8 Force Commander. A level 10 Lord General. Derek and Nigel are alive and standing at the end. A level 9 Brother Captain. Maybe Bulwark, eh, for his Paladins and stuff. Might have helped get a few more kills on large targets. The Phobos survived, so did this tank. Awesome stuff. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see ya next time.